The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
And it's the Firefighters Star Wars weekend. And we're going to be meeting some firefighters and seeing some Star Wars stuff today. Behind us is one of the big fire trucks, one of the brand new ones in New Haven. This is where your tax money's going to protect your house. Okay, we'll stay tuned for more. Okay, here we are in front of the fire station. Looks like we have here, tell us, are you Luke Skywalker?
No sir, I'm a resistance pilot from the sequel trilogy, like Poe Dameron and those guys in the new series X-Wings. So I'm out there to fight the First Order.
Alright, and you fly a
X-Wing.
X-plane, yes,
X-Wing,
those are cool, let me tell you. And you're?
I am a scout trooper. I drive speeder bikes and try to miss trees. My costume, I portray a scout trooper from Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
And they were known for hitting trees, unfortunately.
Can we see you with your helmet on?
Definitely, yep.
Look at that, wow. Wow. Can you speak to us?
Hang on, let me turn off the fans. Yes, I can speak to you.
Okay, so say again who you are.
I am a scout trooper from Return of the Jedi.
All right, very good, thank you. And sir, who are you?
I'm a firefighter with East Central Fire and EMS Protection Territory. We're the ones hosting this event.
I heard you're actually a supervisor here.
No, not a supervisor. Actually, I'm just one of the average firefighters here, but this is my station that I'm assigned to.
Well, what do you do normally with the fire station?
I'm just a regular firefighter. If you're in need of an emergency, we hop on a rig and we come help you, whether it be a crash, a fire, whatever.
I don't think I'd ever call anybody a regular firefighter. It takes a very special person to be able to do that. You actually do an awful lot of training to be able to save people's lives. You go into buildings to be able to stay low, to breathe. is what's some of the hardest training you've done?
Hardest training we do, it's probably got to be things like doing fire simulation, the flashover chambers, things like that.
Wow. Explain what a flashover chamber is.
It's controlled fire at the beginning, and then they get the conditions right where you get the fire to flash over the top of you, and you kind of read the smoke and you see the layers of everything, so it keeps you safer by knowing what's happening in the atmosphere and the area you're at. It's all designed to help you, so you get to go home to your family at the end of the day
All right.
and try and save people's lives.
And tell us what is going on here today.
The idea of this is last year we decided we wanted to do some photos in honor of International Firefighters Day and Star Wars Day, which both happen to be on May the 4th. We took some pictures here along with the folks you see alongside of me, and in doing all this, we started seeing people stopping their cars to take pictures. And one of the other firefighters came up with the idea that we should have a little gathering, let people come out and take pictures all day. So we're here from 1 to 5. We've got food trucks, as you can see. We're going to do a little bit of a fundraiser alongside this for the Volunteer Firefighters Association of East Central.
And for any of you that missed it this year, are you going to have it again next year?
We would like to. When we were talking with the Board of Works, the mayor himself said that hopefully this could become an annual thing, and it would be nice if we could keep doing this continuously.
Great. And who do I should salute you. Yes.
My costume portrays an Imperial officer from the original trilogy movies,
Yes.
The New Hope. So yeah, I'm just a staff officer.
All right. Well, I am a little bit like Darth Vader because I'm a mentalist magician, meaning that I read minds. Okay, I can't really control your mind like you guys, but I have some cards here. Okay, I'm going to try to predict what cards you're going to be taking. Okay, I'll let you do it. Okay, take any card you want. Okay, you can show it to the other people, but don't show it to me. Okay? Okay, now hide the card where I can't see it. Okay? Now, kind of raise your glasses up a little bit. I need to see your eyes. Ah, I caught on. Okay. Actually, now you're thinking of a card and I can pick it up. It was a red card.
That would be
All
correct.
right? It was a heart.
Say he was right.
Oh, okay. And it wasn't a number card. It was a card with a face on it. It was a Jack of Hearts. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. I'm not quite as good as Darth Vader, but still do all right, right?
Yes.
So I can do maybe one more thing for you. Have my assistant hold my cards. So, okay, this is kind of an event that we kind of get together and celebrate and everything. So I'm going to actually, in my hand, pull something out. I have a silk, which is red, white, and blue. What does red, white, and blue remind you of?
American colors.
Hey, American flag, oh glory. I'm going to put this back in my hand, the red, white, and blue. So, abracadabra turns into the American flag.
All right.
Good.
Thank you, thank you. So, good. Have any of you ever wanted to be a magician? You ever thought about doing magic? Magic is something for everybody. If you ever do, I'd love to show you magic. You can just get a hold of me. Or you can actually go down to, we have a very nice size magic store here in town. And it's ran by a famous magician called Dick Stoner. You get your picture with him because he's a very famous magician. Go out to Vegas, they know who he is out there. So you get your picture with him. Okay, is there anything you want to say else about your event? Okay, very good. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here. Thank you. Okay.
Hang on, Kelly. We're going now.
Okay. This is a scout trooper here. We have another scout trooper.
Well, that's Stormtrooper there.
Oh, stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
there's
one of the main ones.
Scout trooper. I can see your helmets a little bit.
Yep, helmets are different. We got chest armor. They got full body armor. So
Okay.
usually we ride around on the bikes and everything. You know, we can bend down a little bit. He can't bend down so much. So.
I gotcha. Okay. Very good. Okay. And what's your actual real name?
My name is Cordell.
Cordell. Good.
Yep.
Are you with the fire department?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm with the garrison. So.
Oh, at the garrison.
Uh-huh.
You mean you have a group?
Yeah, it's our local chapter. So the 501st Legion's divided up into different chapters. So you got the 501st and you got garrisons and you even have squads. So like for instance, like some big cities like San Francisco or over in Germany, they're divided up into little squads depending on how many people are in that area.
If somebody wanted you for a parade, is there a way to get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, you can go to the 501st website or Northern Darkness's website. Just get on Google and look us up. We're on Facebook, probably on Twitter, Instagram, all the famous websites. So yeah, you can get on there. Usually there's a spot on there where I'll give you somebody's email. You can get a hold of one of us and we can get something set up. So,
that would be one. I didn't even know you guys existed until now.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot of people within the whole entire world because it's just not Indiana. It's the whole states. It's across the countries, the whole entire world.
Wow.
Yep.
That is really neat. I learned something today. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay. And it looks like we have a stormtrooper over here, right?
Yep. The Stormtrooper over there.
Come on over. We haven't got your picture yet. So, okay. And tell us about being a stormtrooper. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to talk on his behalf.
Yeah, his doesn't work.
So each member, this is our member here, Ed, right? Ed, yep.
Yeah.
So he's from our local chapter as well. Everybody here today is, I don't think we have anybody else from any of the other chapters showing up. We might, there's still a few that's supposed to come, so.
Good. And who else do you have here? You got
Yeah,
different
that's
people?
Tim there. He's actually part of the Rebel Legion, so he's the good guys per se.
Yeah.
Yeah, wearing a rebel costume.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon.
So yeah, we're not just the bad guys, but the good guys as well. So we all
You gotta
come
have one to
together
be
for.
good the other. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you gotta have both.
Do you have any main characters like Seth and that?
Oh yeah, Darth Vader and Palpatine and everybody.
Yeah, that's
So oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so anybody at home would like to have them in your event that you're doing, get a hold of them. Tell them again how to get a hold of them.
Through one of the websites, either northerndarknessgarrison.com or the 501stlegion.com. You can get on there and there's usually a thing that'll say request an appearance or request somebody to show up and give you a contact information.
Good. Thank you so much. Thank you. You can just be taking a truck. We have a captain here you're going to hear in the background, and he's going to tell us about the truck. So many of us don't understand everything that's on this truck. Like, what's this right here, this black thing?
So on the front of our truck, this is what's called, this is our hard suction. We utilize this when we set a portable pool up on the ground. We can suck water out of that into the truck. And when we're out in the country, out in rural areas where we don't have hydrants near us, we have trucks that will bring us water and they dump into those tanks.
Can you even take it out of a pond?
Yeah, absolutely. We can pull water out of a pond if needed.
And the debris in the pond, it filters all that out.
So we have different types of strainers. This one will sit at the bottom of our pools. We have one that actually floats on top of the water, so we don't pull any debris in. And they do have screens in them.
Wow. And you can get enough water to really put out a fire.
Absolutely, yeah. This truck right here has a pump on it that can pump 1,250 gallons of water a minute.
Wow. Give us an idea how much water that is. Can you do that?
Well, a perfect example. There's a truck behind you. That truck has 2,100 gallons of water. So if you think about it, the tank on that truck will last a little over a minute.
Wow. Boy, I'm really glad you explained that because you don't realize how much water is coming out at that time.
Yeah.
So, would you usually bring a couple of these trucks with you?
So if we go into an area, a rural area where we need as much water as possible, we call other departments.
Okay.
We have 3 of those tankers, and on our department, other departments allowed us.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. I thank you. We actually just merged with another department, so we now have 5 of those trucks on our department.
Okay.
So, but we'll call other departments, and without hesitation, we can call as many as we need.
And is that a hose in the front you can
That
spray
is.
with? Is it?
Yeah. So the hose in the front of our truck, we call it a trash line.
Okay.
We'll use it for car fires, dumpster fires, things where we don't want to take the chance of damaging our other hose, where we know there could be a lot of debris mixed in. We'll utilize this line.
One thing we might want to make very aware to people that's in their kitchen and having a fire, a grease fire, you tell us how to work
So
with a
absolutely,
grease fire.
yeah. So the biggest thing with the grease fire that we love pointing out to people is please never dump water on a grease fire. That is probably one of the worst things you could ever do to it. If you feel comfortable enough to take your hand with an oven mitt or something, completely protect your hand, putting a lid over the pot that's on fire, that's fine. But before that is even though please call 911, please get us coming. We're still going to want to come. We're still going to want to check what's going on.
Is there like a thick blanket you could throw over?
You could, but most blankets in your house will just catch right on fire and burn.
Gotcha,
So the only thing I would ever suggest is putting the lid of that pot back on it.
Gotcha.
And we're not saying you have to do that. The most important thing to do, please call 911. Please get us coming.
It's probably a really good idea for everybody to have an extinguisher in their kitchen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can buy those extinguishers at your local hardware store. They don't have to be anything special. Your basic ABC extinguisher will take care of the job.
Right. And what happens if you don't really have much money and you need a fire alarm?
So for our residents in the East Central Fire Territory, we offer a free smoke detector program. This is provided by the American Red Cross.
Okay.
All you need to do is call our main station at 910 Hartsville Road, 493-7500. We can get that scheduled for you. We will even come and install them for you.
Wow.
These are smoke detectors that have a 10-year battery in them. Like I said, they are provided to us by the American Red Cross.
And how do the people at home get a hold of them?
You can buy. Either you can get a hold of us at calling us at the main fire station, or you can go to your local hardware store. You can pick them up at your local hardware store. They're not that expensive.
How about your local fire department?
Your local fire department will give you a free smoke detector if you ask for it.
Okay.
There are ones we can give out that we can just give you, but you do have to be a resident within our coverage area.
Makes sense.
If you're not, wherever your local fire department is, please call them. Let them know.
Great. And how long, Captain, have you been with the fire department?
So I've been with this fire department for 10 years now. I've been a volunteer the entire time.
Wow.
I've worked my way up from a regular firefighter like Firefighter Pete over here, lieutenant, and now I'm a captain.
Very good.
So.
Very good. I'm actually a magician. Okay. I'm going to show you an illusion here. Okay. It's something you shouldn't do. We had a policeman. Hey, Wesley. Hey, is there a horn we can honk?
I don't know if I've got it.
Okay.
Give it just a second. We'll let it go through its cycle. And then just, press the center of the steering wheel. Yep.
This bus is to people rest today.
Wow. That's almost scary, isn't it, Wesley? Okay, Wesley. So. Wow. So there's room for another person on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
as we make our way around the truck, we'll absolutely.
This is the driver.
Yep.
What would you call the other person?
So on the other side of the truck will be the officer's seat, and that's typically where I sit.
Okay.
My responsibility is the crew, the truck, what's going on.
Gotcha.
So I oversee everything going on with this truck and my crew.
Does everybody have a radio?
Everybody has a radio. They may not have their own personal one. Our trucks, we do have enough radios for everybody in the seats. So when we get to an incident, whenever we want, everybody has a radio.
Good.
Yep.
And this is where the crew goes?
Yep, so our crew, the rest of our crew, will sit back here.
what are all these canvases?
So all these cabinets, we carry EMS supplies. We carry our our suits if we need to get in the water for a water rescue or for ice rescue.
Okay.
EMS gloves, our life vests. Obviously, with everything going on today, we do have a COVID precaution kit if need be.
Good.
In the back, all of our radios, we have access to all of our air packs are mounted and
So,
perfectly placed.
If you got here way before the EMS, you could actually.
Yes, absolutely.
That.
Yep, we carry what are called basic life support equipment. We do not have on this truck. We do not have a heart monitor. We do not have medications or anything like that. But we have your basic supplies to get the process started.
I've always heard of a thing called Jaws of Life.
Absolutely, we have. They'll be on the truck. We
Oh,
do.
I always wanted to see it. I haven't ever
Yep,
seen
absolutely.
that. Okay. Good. And back here we have hoses.
Yep.
Looks like you could go quite a ways with them hoses.
Yeah, absolutely. So each hose for us has a specific length and specific reason. This our orange hose up here is just 100 feet of hose. It is not connected to the truck. This is just needed if we need to add some on somewhere.
Gotcha.
These bottom two hoses are connected to the truck. They're called pre-connects. This one is 150 feet of hose, and this is 200 feet of hose.
Wow. Now, if that much water is going through that hose that quick, I bet you that hose would be awful hard to handle.
It can be. We run our pressures. We average about 120 psi of pressure at the nozzle.
So what you don't want to do is have a kink in the hose before you turn it on, right?
That is very true. Yes. So before we take care of a fire or anything, one of the responsibilities is you have to do is you need to make sure your hose is ready to go. It's all the kinks are out. We
So
try
I
to.
can see how that could really be.
Absolutely.
Sure.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we one of the things we really train hard on for our new recruits and everybody is before you go inside that door or wherever, you open your nozzle up, get all the air out of the hose. So as soon as you get to that seat where the fire's at, you can start putting water on.
Okay. And our hydrants. Tell us a little bit about the hydrants.
So the hydrants, especially here in the city of New Haven, and I believe in the city of Fort Wayne as well, are every 1,000 feet.
Okay.
That is per code. The pressures that can come out can vary anywhere between 50 psi to 80 psi of pressure. It all depends on the location of the fire hydrant. Typically, the fire hydrants, I'm sure everybody's heard the city put a notice out that they're going to flush the hydrants.
Yes, I heard that.
What the city is doing and what's happening is they're opening the hydrants up. They're getting all the debris, contaminants that have settled in the lines. It is a benefit to us. It's also a benefit to the citizens. It's helping to clean out those lines.
Good. It's probably helping with drinking water too.
It absolutely clean because we use the same water. It is the same line.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that way it kind of flushes out the drinking water.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
No, absolutely.
it's a good thing.
Yep.
And it looks like you got different sized nozzles.
Yeah. So each one is for a specific reason. These two right here will send water out of the truck. Mm-hmm. These two right here bring water into the truck.
Gotcha.
So
that's a really good idea. The one coming in is bigger.
Yep.
So you definitely have more.
Yep. And we
water.
carry all the hose for these on this truck.
Great. Okay.
This truck has we are very blessed with this truck. We carry 1,000 gallons of water on this truck. We also carry a 25-gallon tank of foam. So car fires, things like that, if we need to put some foam on to help control things, all we have to do is turn the switch on and we're getting foam.
Great.
So it's a great benefit.
Looks like you have a lot of.
Yeah. So we have a few things stored up top. If need be, we can get there. Just easy footrests going up to, or footsteps going up to the top for us.
Very good.
So this compartment here, we call this our engineers department. Our driver, his gear will stay in here.
Okay.
That way it's quick access for him. All of our couplings, a few extra hoses, we have here if need be.
That nozzle, is that the common nozzle?
Up here?
Yeah.
It is. We're starting. It's called a smooth bore. We're starting to transition into that.
Okay.
There's been a lot of study, a lot of research done by multiple fire departments on this.
Yeah, it concentrates the water
Absolutely.
in a higher pressure.
Yes, it does.
To go further and harder.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that right?
Absolutely, and we can move more water,
Yeah.
and that's the name
Put
of the
it-
game.
Put it right where you need it.
Absolutely. So this is the one thing we always get asked is
I was just
why
thinking about that myself.
why do we have a bowling pin on here? And as I jokingly like to tell everybody, it's because when we get bored, we need something to do. But what we use it for is the handles on these couplings are very expensive.
They're aluminum.
Absolutely, they can break easily.
Yep.
When we need to make sure they're tight and secure, we can use the bowling pin. We can hammer on these.
Yep.
These don't get damaged. This does.
Yeah, we can get another pin.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's very smart because a hammer would mar that up all
Absolutely.
the time.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and pretty soon
And
the wrong hit would break it.
And our fire chief would not be very happy if we did that. So
Those would be expensive to replace. Okay. And who is your fire chief?
So our fire chief is Fire Chief Josh Hale. He has been our chief now for 5 years.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's been longer than that. It's been longer than 5 years.
Okay.
Chief Hale has been a great asset to this department.
Wait,
Right.
what's Chief Hill's main job?
So his main job as fire chief, he coordinates all the operations, all of our procedures, all of our protocols. He takes care of talking with the city, the county, all of our local entities that we have to work with.
Very good, very good. Okay, Cap. Explain what these unusual tools are.
So we have all sorts of different tools. This is obviously our hand tool compartment. We use any situation we can think of. We utilize. This is what's called a pike pole, pulling ceilings, poking holes, things like that. This set of tools right here. We call them our set of irons, and it's a combination of an axe and what we call a halligan.
Okay.
The halligan, commonly referred to in the fire department, is the key to the city.
Yeah.
We can get in anywhere with this tool. It was specially made a very long time ago. The gentleman came up with the design, and it's been in the fire department ever since.
I really see how that could be so useful.
Yes,
Even the pry bar in the
absolutely.
front. That would probably
Yeah,
be what you
absolutely.
use the most.
So typically we keep these two tools together. They're the most common type of tools to work with.
Okay. Wow.
This truck actually just recently came back from being modified for our station. A company called Fire Marine out in Columbus, Ohio took care of us. They redesigned all of our cabinets and everything inside. So we have more storage, more tools in the back here. We have our bolt cutters, another longer halligan and sledgehammer, extra axe, things like that. So.
Hey. Oh, that's it. Oh, no, you're funny.
Maybe.
Is that your new truck?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Give me just a second here.
Okay. We're only halfway through.
So, yeah, extra tools, anything we could use or need, we have it right here. All of our hand tools.
Those are a heck of a bolt cutters.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You can cut through anything.
Yes.
Nobody can knock you out.
We have multiple compartments on this truck with extra air bottles for our air packs.
Okay.
These bottles are rated, we pressurize them up to 5,500 PSI
Okay.
of just normal air. These clip onto our air packs, so we carry extra ones in the
Any
truck.
other questions you want to ask the captain?
How did this one?
Okay.
So this compartment here, we keep our saws. We have what's called a positive pressure fan, and what we utilize this for is after a fire inside of a house, or let's say we get called to smell of natural gas in the house. We can use this fan. It's all electric to help blow things out of the house. We blow fresh air into the house. We'll open a couple doors, windows. We'll help clean out the house.
Gotcha. Wow.
We have
that's quite a saw there.
You have your standard chainsaw back here. We utilize it for everything. Cut holes in the roof if need be.
You could cut holes through cement on that.
We can, yes, absolutely. This saw here, it's called a K12, or it's a chop saw. Metal, wood, steel, you name it, we can cut through it. We get called to everything.
If you need to get in, you're gonna.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is called what's called a RIT pack, and in the fire department, your RIT team it stands for the Rapid Intervention Team. So when we go to a fire, we like to go by the protocol. If there's 2 of our members inside the house, there need to be 2 people outside ready to go. If something were to happen, one of us gets trapped, something like that, we take this bag in with us. It has an air bottle, it has an extra mask, anything we could use.
Somebody in the right?
This is mainly for us as firefighters.
Oh, okay.
This is our, I would call our protection.
Rescue.
Yep, this is our rescue.
Yeah. Good thinking.
So it is. It's a great design.
Now these are things that you're telling us about that over the years they have learned over and over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This has all come from learning and failures. We have to learn from our failures, and we do.
Yep. Do you happen to have like a procedure where you have like you're all written out exactly what you're supposed to do exactly at what time where everybody studies that?
So we have a general training that we all go through where you learn the skills. Each department has their own set of rules and regulations that we abide by. Every single detail may not be spelled out, but overall we know when and where we need to do things.
And for extra schooling, do you go any particular
Yeah,
place?
absolutely. We offer it as a department. We put on classes all the time. There was actually just this weekend, the largest fire department conference in the nation was held down in Indianapolis. It's a week-long event.
And what do you learn there?
Everything. We do training from auto extrication, for auto accidents, EMS calls, how to become a better officer, like in my position. You take classes on that. How to fight fires better. There's so many different ways that you can go in to fight a fire.
Now, after you take these classes, you get credited for
We
that?
do. Yeah, we do. Our department usually will compensate us for it. Some of these classes we get certifications out of. I have a list of certifications. I probably have a list of about 8 to 10 different certifications.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah,
So-
absolutely.
Good. You're constantly learning.
We are. We're learning all the time. Over here, we call this it's called a blitz. It's called a blitz fire. Basically, what this is for our operations where we know we're not going to be. We call it a defensive fire. We're not going to be going inside fighting the fire or anything like that.
Gotcha.
This thing, we can set this up. It controls itself. We set it up. We open it up, and it will just flow water.
So
It just.
you put it on like a tripod.
Yeah, it's got its own stands. You set it on the ground.
It comes like a water cannon.
Absolutely, it's
Yeah.
a portable water. It's a portable water cannon.
Yeah.
In the back of the truck, I know it's kind of hard to see. So in the back of our truck here, we have multiple hoses, multiple different things. We have 300 feet of what's called 2.5-inch hose back here. This white hose right here, that's our 5-inch supply hose. We carry 1,000 feet of that hose on this truck. Again, as we said earlier, fire hydrants are spread out 1,000 feet apart. This will reach us from one to another.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay. If you're taking it out of one hydrant and 100,000 feet away, the other hydrant probably won't have it, you know?
It still will.
Well,
So
okay.
so the city systems are known. They can basically compensate. Our dispatch centers are awesome. We have one of the greatest 911 centers, honestly, in the state. Our dispatchers are phenomenal people.
So
If
they
they
can
know
tell,
we
they
are,
can tell when the pressure drops, and
they
increase
don't
it.
know it, but they know inside city limits. If we get a fire, they will notify the local water department.
Okay.
The local water department the head, he can see what's going on. If something needs to be moved, if valves need to be changed, he can make those changes.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Boy, I didn't know they're on call like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
So in this compartment, we carry another assortment of all kinds of things. This right here configuration, we call this our high-rise pack, for our schools, our big buildings. If we need to go inside of a building a very long distance,
So you can actually run that up the ladder truck, right?
if necessary, yes. But what we do is we'll carry this inside. We'll say our hoses reach their length. We can couple this on and we can keep going. Here in our coverage area,
Are they fire retardant?
yes, yep, it is still fire retardant.
Okay, so the fire can't burn through.
Absolutely. Oh, now over time it can.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Hope you're out
yep,
there by then.
absolutely. We should have it under control by then.
And what's the goal when you're going to a place? Is there a time limit when you're supposed to be able to try to have it under control?
So we try to abide from time of call. We like to, if we can have it under control in 10 minutes.
Wow.
10 to 20 minutes, we really want to have things under control.
Okay, and if you don't, then you call in reinforcements, right?
Usually we'll call reinforcements in right away.
Okay.
It's easier for us to turn them around than to get people coming.
Gotcha.
So what we do, a great example is, 10 to 15 years, actually really now it's about 20 years ago, you had 15 to 20 minutes to get out of your house before it was fully involved. Now you're looking at 3 to 5 minutes. You have 3 to 5 minutes before your room is completely filled with flames. What's that?
How come the time changed?
And the time changed because of what's in our homes now. Plastics. It's plastics. There's so many different variations of plastics, and they burn so fast and so hot.
Here's something that people at home might not understand or know about. You actually have a sticker that tells what room that the main people sleep in, right?
Yeah. So we do not issue those as a department. We do notice those. The thing with those, we don't just go by those.
Okay.
No matter what, we're going to search every room twice.
Right.
We do 2 searches every room,
Right.
no matter what.
And it's the code and law that you have to have 2 exits to every house.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So anyone at home that changes their house where they only have 1 exit, that house is in violation of their city code.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Basements are a big thing that we run into with that. You have to have 2 ways out if you are going to be sleeping in those rooms.
Right.
That's the big thing to understand. So a basement per se, we have people who, they sleep in their basements, but they may just have the stairway out, but their windows are not large enough for them. So in that situation, yes, they need to have that. They need to have that addressed.
Good. That's for your own safety.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't want to be caught in it.
No. We carry a toolbox, just different hand tools, things like that on it. Sockets, screwdrivers.
Can I ask you a question?
Go, absolutely.
This is all of a sudden you wake up in the middle of the night and you smell smoke.
Yeah.
What should you do first?
You need to get out of the house. Get everybody out of the house.
Okay.
Next thing you need to do, please call 911. Get that phone call started. Please get that phone call started.
And what about the smoke is pretty thick? Now that can overtake a person.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. It'll overtake us.
Yeah.
Stay down. Stay as low to the ground as you can. Smoke will start from the top and work its way down. Your cleanest, freshest air is going to be down low by the ground. So please stay as low as you can and make your way out of the house.
And if you go to your bedroom door and you notice it's hot, what's happening?
If that bedroom door is hot, please do not go out that door. Find a window. Find another way out. If you can't get out because you're on the 2nd floor, that happens. Find something. Make it so you can be seen. Yell, whatever you need to do. Get somebody's attention.
Now, for an exercise to save your family, you should actually practice what happens in a 2nd story.
Absolutely.
Maybe have a portable ladder to go out of the window.
There are homes and places that people have those collapsible ladders that they keep right beside a bed, and they're very easy to set up.
Yep.
They work very well.
Because you get trapped and there's only one way downstairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what, the people at home is going to have a lot higher respect for the police department after this interview.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the fire department
Fire
too.
department too.
Fire department.
I'm sorry, fire
No,
department.
you're good. We understand.
Yeah. Well, I respect the police anyway.
We do too. They're a lot of fun. We have a great working relationship with our police
Yeah.
departments. We carry different sizes. We carry a 24-foot extension ladder, and we call it a 10-foot, what's called a roof ladder. It has hooks on it for us to lock onto the roof and help us when we need to do operations and work on top of a roof.
Smart. Without those, your ladder could slide off Monday.
Yep, absolutely. We also carry a foldable, we call it an attic ladder. You get into places where you can't access the attic very well or the stairs have been collapsed already. We can put this up. Easy for us to get up in there.
Nice.
Yep.
It's taken a lot of years to actually learn everything we do.
It has. It has. A lot of practice, a lot of trial and error. So this is going to be the compartment I know you're going to enjoy. So this is our extrication compartment. This is where we keep our Jaws of Life tools.
Okay.
Um,
Can you pick one up?
absolutely.
We don't get to see them, what they actually are.
So we are very blessed here with East Central Fire and EMS. These are all electric battery operated tools. They're very easy to use.
What's the purpose?
So these are our spreaders. Obviously, they have massive spreading strength.
Right.
Spread things apart, open things up, whatever we need to do, and they open up very far.
Yeah. So they get it pushed out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice. I bet that's hard to hold when you're doing it, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
They're about 50 to 75 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, the torque probably behind you probably.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
We train. One of the big things we train on is to never put ourselves between the tool and the vehicle.
Yeah.
It will. These things, these tools will put up upwards of 10,000 plus pounds of force.
Wow.
So we're dealing with new vehicles, new metals, new technologies. The vehicles today are safer. It's incredible the technology that's out there today. But our older tools were having trouble cutting through these new metals. We've moved to these new tools.
Yeah.
They cut right through them.
The carbon composite, that gives
Absolutely.
you a problem?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they're making more cars out of carbon composite.
Yes, they are. Yeah. The new metals nowadays are very strong.
And they're very brittle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also carry our cutters. Same thing. Their biggest strength obviously is their cutting force. And then it's a portable ram. It'll extend out 5 feet. We use it in what's a good situation called a dash lift. We'll actually cut 2 spots right underneath where the dash of the vehicle is. We can put this tool in and lift that dash right up off the person's feet.
Nice.
Yep.
That is good to know.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's very obvious. You could get your legs.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing we've seen new trends. And this is one thing I've been harping on. I have 2 young girls at home. When you see people driving around with their feet up on the dashboard, things like that, we really encourage people, please don't do that. Because when you get into an accident, your body will collapse in on itself. And I promise you, it is not going to be a very comfortable journey. It's going to be a very long process of healing. So that's one thing I really try to push is
And the windshield will hold you up to 300 pounds before you go through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Our windshields are some of the surprisingly one of the strongest parts in the vehicle. Yeah. They're designed not to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
And types of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 different types of extinguishers that we carry on this truck. This one here is just water. That's all we put in it. This is your common ABC extinguisher. So this has the powder in it. This one here is our foam. So water and foam.
Okay.
So different types of fires require different types of extinguishers.
some people have never operated an extinguisher. And what's after you pull the pin? What do you normally do after that?
So the acronym we use to teach people when you are using fire extinguisher is called PASS. P-A-S-S. Pull the pin, aim your nozzle. You should be standing about 5 feet away from your fire. Aim it, sweep side to side.
Okay.
So if you remember the PASS, yeah.
Okay.
And what we tell people is, just because you put the fire out and you still have stuff left in the extinguisher, empty it. Use everything in the extinguisher.
Because you can never use it again.
Absolutely. A separate company will come in, they'll get a new extinguisher, or they'll recharge properly. It has to get emptied out no matter what.
Right.
And if you feel unsafe, if you start feeling overcome by the fire, please put the extinguisher down, get out. Never put the fire between you and an exit. Always have the exit to your back so you know you have a way out.
Captain, I hope a lot of this information maybe could save somebody's life.
Oh, I hope so too. We are one of the only industries that are out there to put out our jobs. We are out there to kill our career.
Yeah.
That is our job.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Any questions?
So again, we're the fire department. People call us for everything. We get called in every type of situation. Hazmat is another type of incident we deal with. Hazardous material spills, car wrecks where the fuel, oil, whatever may be leaking out of it, we have to take care of that. We have to contain it until a proper company shows up to take care of that. So in these kits, we carry they're floating, they're booms. There's foam inside of these, like foam beads, foam pieces of foam. These will float on top of the water. And what we use them for, let's say we have a gas or an oil spill into, let's say, the Maumee River. Perfect example. We can set these on top. These will absorb the oil, but not the water.
Wow. That's pretty good.
We have stuff to patch holes in barrels. It's very quick. It's like Play-Doh.
Okay.
Once it's mixed together, it's just like Play-Doh.
Okay. How's come call them pigs?
Yeah. Plug and dike.
Oh, okay.
So,
Plug and dike.
yep.
Okay.
Oil pads absorb oil. We do carry ice melt. We put fires out in the winter. We have ice. Water turns into ice. It gets very slippery around our scenes. That's why we carry it.
Being a magician, just last week I learned something. If my cat gets up a tree, the best way to get a cat out is just walk away and ignore it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've received calls on that before.
Mm-hmm.
As we tell people, there's nothing we can do.
The cat itself definitely can come down.
They know how.
And if you just walk away and ignore it, it'll come down. by
Absolutely.
itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trust me, when something gets hungry, myself included, I will come down.
That's true. That's
So
true.
as we said earlier, we carry extra bottles on our trucks. We have multiple compartments to carry more bottles on our trucks. This is some of our guys' favorite compartment.
Okay.
As I said earlier, we just recently had things repurchased, refurbished.
Wow.
So,
Tools.
absolutely.
Yeah. Need them.
Our company, Fire Marine, who redesigned all of our cabinets, redesigned this entire cabinet. They built the structures and everything for us. We have any power tool on here we could ever use.
Yeah. Well, I could see how a bolt could keep you out of something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what we found, we just did a training here the other weekend. This tool right here is going to become one of our favorite friends.
Yeah.
When it comes to cutting windshields, this tool these shears right here are like a hot knife through butter.
Okay.
It is absolutely amazing.
Nice. What's that called?
So we call them shears,
Okay.
mechanical shears. We have a portable bandsaw, angle grinder.
Boy, that's a very useful tool.
It is.
Yeah, cut
We're
through pipe and everything.
learning. Our bandsaw is becoming a very popular tool to
Yeah.
use. It's a very quiet. It's a very smooth cut.
Yep.
Yep. It does not create a lot of heat. It does not create sparks.
And these for blocking your wheels? Or what?
Yeah. So when we're doing extrication on a vehicle, we need to make sure the vehicle is stable.
Right.
Our chocks here, our blocks, we can block up to the bottom of the vehicle to make sure everything stays stable. We use them for multiple different things.
Does this have outriggers?
This truck does not have outriggers.
Okay.
Our ladder truck that's not here today does have outriggers on it.
Okay.
So obviously once that ladder gets up, and it's a 75-foot ladder, once that ladder starts getting up, and we have to have that extra stability on the ground.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Same thing over here is on the other side of the truck. We have outlets, we have inlets. This is a main inlet for the truck. This feeds directly to the pump. The pump is sitting right on the other side of the panel, and these three right here are outlets.
And explain your levers on the bottom.
So our levers on the bottom, these are our drains.
Okay.
So when we get done using one section or any of our outlets or our inlets, a lot of times there's pressure in that hose.
Mm-hmm.
This helps relieve, you pull these levers, and it will open a drain valve connected to those. It will help relieve that pressure.
And what are those things on the side here?
So these are, we call them spanners. We use these on, like right here.
Yeah. To lock them.
Yep. Or on,
Unlock.
yep. We try to only go hand tight on things. But obviously, when things get under pressure, they expand, they do all kinds of crazy different things. You might need them.
The rubber seals close the gap.
Yes, they do. Yes.
And I suppose you check those seals a lot.
Absolutely. All of our hose has to be tested yearly.
Okay.
Every year, every inch of hose on this truck will be pulled off, will be tested.
You would pressure test? Is that how you do it?
Absolutely, yeah, we pressure test everything. If we see leaks, we see fails, that hose will get taken off the truck, we'll get it replaced with a section that's good,
Right.
and we'll send it off to get it fixed.
How long will this truck last with our department?
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. We have a truck in our fleet right now that just this year got switched into the reserve role. It has been with this department since 1992.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
they have a long life.
they can have a very long life. Yes, they can.
Good.
Yep.
Because they're a pretty big investment.
This truck, we actually just purchased a truck last year, brand new. It got displayed at the big conference this year. That truck cost us, I believe, somewhere in the $600,000 mark.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's just for the truck. So, absolutely, yep.
Are these diesel?
Yeah, yep, these are diesel powered. Anything newer than 2008, 2009, obviously we have to work with the emissions.
How many cylinders?
This is a,
That's a hard question. Sorry about that.
I think it's a 6.
Gotcha.
But don't quote me on that one.
Right. I understand.
So anything maintenance wise that gets done to these trucks, we used to be able to do in-house. With the way times are now, everything gets sent to a certified mechanic.
Correct. Yeah.
And if something needs to be done to our pumps, the manufacturer will send a representative to us to take care of any issues.
One thing to really be aware of is every fire station, the trucks have to exit.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will park where they're not supposed
Absolutely.
to. Will you explain to the public?
So, especially for us down here, our station, we are right on the heart of our downtown.
Right.
Our trucks get backed in. We have a big X in the front of our. We really want people to not park in those areas. Please stay as far away from those as you can. If you see the doors coming up, the trucks coming out with their lights on, please do everything you can to move out of our way. We're trying to get to someone's emergency.
Right, fast as you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought I'd bring that up.
I was going to say something about that too, like people don't want to get out the way when you guys start coming.
The biggest thing I always tell people is please pull to the right. Pull to the right side of the road, whatever side of the road you're on, please give us the room to move.
Right. That's a good idea. Always pull to the right.
Yep, always go to the right. That way we know where you're going, we know what path we can take.
Right.
And that is the most, that is one of the most dangerous jobs of our job, is driving to the emergency.
I imagine.
So yeah.
Captain, you really done a great job.
Well, thank you.
You really know your stuff.
Thank you.
I haven't stumped you yet.
I pride myself in knowing these trucks off the back of my hand.
Yeah.
I'm one of our lead instructors at our station, so I'm constantly training the new people, training our new officers, things like that. And I tell our guys and gals, these trucks, they need to be like the back of your hand. You should know every inch, what you can, what you have, what you don't have on your truck.
Now, another question is, are these more than two-wheel drive or what?
No, yeah, they are two-wheel drive vehicles. We do have a few vehicles in our fleet that are four-wheel drives. We do have one fire truck. It's basically a pickup truck with a big water tank in the back.
You could actually drive out in the field with this truck? Or
not with this truck, but
okay.
Another truck we have, we can, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what it's designed. It's our grass rig, so field fires, woods fires, things like that. We can utilize that truck to our advantage.
So it's kind of good to know what you're going to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And technology has helped us tremendously in that realm. We all in the department, we all carry pagers. It goes off when a certain set of tones are notified, and then our dispatcher will tell us what we have. We also have an app on our phone. There's an app for everything nowadays. That gives us the detailed instructions and the details of the call. And I can also see who's coming down to my station. As volunteers, we all respond from home. So we respond from home to the station to get the truck and then go to the emergency.
Now, you don't work a normal 8-hour shift. Tell us about your shift.
So I work, my full-time job is actually at the Fort Wayne Allen County Airport.
Okay.
I work airfield maintenance, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. When I get off, I come home, I do whatever I need to do. If need be, if a call comes out where somebody needs help, and I'll say this, in East Central Fire and EMS, in the New Haven, Woodburn area, we have a full-time staff on 24/7, 365 days a year. We have 3 paramedic staffed ambulances on at all times. However, it happens, we get busy, and that's where us as volunteers come in. Car wrecks, fires, back-to-back multiple calls. That's where us as volunteers, we come in, we get our trucks, we go to where we need to go. We have the exact same training as the full-time staff as everybody else. We are all trained to the same level.
Now, what type of people are you looking for as volunteers?
We take every type of people. I assure you, there is every type of people in our family that volunteer.
So how does a person like to be a volunteer?
If you have any interest in volunteering, wherever you're at, contact your local fire department. Ask how they run. I can tell you the city of Fort Wayne is 100% full-time. That's how they've operated for many years. Your other departments here in Allen County, we rely on volunteers very heavily.
Okay.
Contact your local department. For us, contact our main station at 910 Hartz Road, 493-7500. We will gladly get you the information. If you see us out and about, please stop us and ask. We'll absolutely get you the information. We'd love to have more people on. We pay for the training. It's all free. We have a gym that you can utilize as much as you want. It's a phenomenal family atmosphere.